Hello there, wrestling fans, and hello, the CPW universe on the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast presents the CPW Spotlight. Man, CPW is part of the DNA of Dudes at Ringside. CPW is an indie promotion from Coventry in the UK, but why not welcome a gentleman that represents CPW in the fullest? Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Dale. Welcome, Dale. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, hello, Joe. Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be on the show. Finally, to get on to Jules at Ringside and get onto this podcast. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Awesome. So, Dale, let's talk about CPW. Like, what do you do for CPW? What's your big thing?
Well, like I said, it says I'm also head of talent relations and senior referee. Head of talent relations basically means that I'm the communication between the talent and the promoter. So that's basically what I do. I get the talent to and book them onto shows and get them to places where they need to be on time and stuff. But I've been doing with CPW for 10 years. That's how long we've been running now in Coventry. And our promoter Phil Richards, who is whose vision it was that's made CPW the CPW Galaxy, and everything that we are today was obviously all to do with Phil Richards and his vision.
Oh wow, that's awesome. So, like, with you at CPW, like, is it like it must be like crazy to be like at the talent relations? Like, is there like any wrestlers that you watched like pretty much grow up in in the training facility? Like let's talk about that right there. Like, is there any wrestlers that you watched like right now? We're gonna have some interesting wrestlers. Do you want to help me introduce my the first person we're welcoming on the screen?
But
Okay.
all the guests you're going to have tonight have all came through the CPW Academy. All of them. They've two of them came through the CPW Superstars project, which hopefully we'll get a chance to speak about tonight as well. Uh,
Yeah.
and
Let's talk about that
and
before
you've
we
and
introduced
but
our first guest. Let's talk about that now.
yeah, Superstars project is something that an idea that Phil had, because in pro wrestling they they usually if you usually go to training, they would normally have you train for say 2 years or something before you get into the ring and do anything on a show. And Phil, Mr. Richards, decided that's not how he's going to do it. So what he did is he gave people 12 weeks training, and then after the 12 weeks training, you get onto the show. Now, here I have one of the t-shirts for the Superstars project. You can see that. That's one of the t-shirts for the Superstars project that we had, and it's brought in such great talents. I mean, one that you spoke about before, Shorty. Shorty came through the Superstars project. Um, uh, and many of us, Emma Cross, who we'll be seeing later, Max Rubens, who we'll be seeing later. They are all Superstars projects. They've all been through it,
Mm.
So it's a magnificent thing, and anyone who wants the opportunity just to get in the ring and be a wrestler, opportunity to do it, who thought they could never get that chance in life, well, that gave them the opportunity to do it.
That's awesome. So our very first guest we have from the Coventry Pro family. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Ruben.
Yeah.
Welcome, Ruben.
Wow. Thank you for having me.
No
So,
problem. So let's get it started. What was it like to go and to walk through the doors of the training facility for the very first time? What was your energy like?
well, I mean, it's full of different personalities. You know, everyone was very welcoming, to say the least. And yeah, it was just something that I'd always wanted to do. It's been always a dream of mine. Been a long time fan of wrestling as a whole. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of cool.
Awesome. So like if my American fans are not like familiar with your style, what would you consider your wrestling style to be?
Well, I like to use my strength to my advantage. So more of a powerhouse slash brawler in a way. So
Awesome. So let's go back to your very first match. What was your energy like that day? Right as the announcer, your music hit and the announcer was saying your name. What you like? What was going through your mind?
a lot of nerves went through, just like standing behind the curtain at first. But going through there, everything just disappeared. I mean, you have the fans chanting your name all behind you. It's just probably one of the greatest feelings in the world that you'll ever feel.
Awesome. All right. My next.
Like I said, man,
Go on, Dale.
Ru-
Sorry.
like I said, Rubens is also someone who was in the Superstars project. So he obviously his
Awesome.
first match would have been on the Superstars project.
All right.
Yeah.
So like we
that's
have
what I-
another guest. Yeah, and my next question for you is like did you ever picture yourself being in pro wrestling, or did you ever think like when you first thought of becoming a professional wrestler, did you ever think you would be right here where you are right now in a stable and such a big name like for in Coventry?
I mean, not really. It was always sort of a dream rather than trying to put it into real life. But I don't regret anything about it, about the start. So probably one of the greatest things that ever happened to me is finding CPW and their Superstars project.
Awesome. That's cool, dude. That's really big because like a lot of wrestlers, young wrestlers, never get a chance to accomplish a lot of things these days. And what you're doing is really big. And if you may not feel like it, but it is. It's really important. There's a lot of wrestlers that are in America, young wrestlers that never get a chance to get a spotlight around them. They never get a chance to get on a podcast and they never get a chance to be on a thing representing their promotion. So I find this really cool that you guys are being able to do this and to be able to hang out with somebody over in the States. So I have another guest here from CPW. Let's give a warm welcome back to Emma Cross. Welcome back, Emma. Welcome back.
Hello, guys.
So, Emma, what was it like for your very first time doing the Coventry Pro the school? What was it like your first time? Can uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Let's give a warm dudes at ringside welcome to BMF. What's going on, dude? Welcome back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast. Can you hear me? Welcome back. Can you hear me? Welcome back, dude. So, what was it like to be your very first time in the CPW classes? What was it like for your very first class? I can't hear you. Oh boy, technical difficulty.
There we
Ruben,
go.
so
That's
here we
gone
go.
well, hasn't it?
Is there any wrestlers from Coventry that haven't had a chance to wrestle yet that you really want to wrestle? If there is, who would you like to wrestle and why?
Well, I would probably say the BMF Morris. I mean, a lot of history there of costume titles in the past. But yeah, we've never had that one-on-one singles match. So kind of cool to see.
Awesome. So like with you being in a stable, like
I'm sure that's
have you like ever thought of expanding the stable to like get more members, or do you want to keep it the way it like Usos like Roman Reigns style? You gonna expand it out or just leave it as a few members?
We haven't really discussed expanding. I mean, the two of us just click as a tag team already, so we'll probably stick just as us two for now, I think.
Is there any other like
they are the chosen, so why do they want to choose?
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty much, you're right. Like, is there any wrestlers that you've been seeing like on Instagram or YouTube that have not stepped through the doors of the Coventry Pros like training places that you want them to come to Coventry so you could wrestle with them?
I mean, there's a wide range of talent in the UK. I mean, a lot of talent. To name someone in particular would be very hard. There's a lot of names over here. That would be, I think, would fit in perfectly. So.
Guys, can you hear me now?
Look, here they are.
They are there, but then I can't hear them. That's not good.
Oh no, they're gone again.
Yes, I can't hear them. I can't hear you.
So,
dude.
Wow. Let's carry on, shall we? Just get in.
Dale, let's go into like with the Let's go into more about Coventry. Like, what kind of like training? Since you're a referee, do you have to go through consummate training?
Yes.
Like how many days a week?
Say, when I came.
Sorry.
To be fair, when I came in to CPW, I wasn't ready to begin with. I was just basically what they call a runner, which basically means you get the wrestlers from the dressing room to the curtain, and that's basically what I did. And then down the line, I was asked, do I want to train or would I like to be a wrestler? Which, to be honest, I didn't really want to do. But then they said to me, "Oh, you want to be a referee?" So I said, "Yeah, I'll do that." So that's something that I do. That I've done now. The referee was there, trained me, and then that they made me do a show on my own, and just said, it was sink or swim. Basically, it was like the referee left and just left me to see if I could survive or not. And from that point on, I've refereed so many great matches, so many things that it's just beyond my imagination. Main examples is the NWA heavyweight champion. I had Nick Aldis. You may have heard of him. I had the NWA heavyweight championship on a CPW show, and I had the NWA title in my hands, which is something beyond belief. To be fair, beyond any imagination.
BMF, can you hear Emma? BMF, can you hear me?
Yeah, it was that was a fantastic moment. Also, Jeff Jarrett.
Wow, that's crazy, man! You got a chance to experience Jeff Jarrett and
Are they with us?
the other gentleman you just said, but yeah, like it's so crazy to think that like with pro wrestling,
Nick.
Yeah, it's just like, did you guys ever think that like with pro wrestling, did you think you would ever be able to be seen like halfway across the globe, like being where I am in America? Ruben, did you ever think that you'd be like seen across the globe?
To be honest, no. Not to start off with, anyway.
This is beyond anything that I ever thought that I would be doing, talking to someone the other side of the world, like yourself, Joe. So it's something that I didn't think that would ever happen. So
same thing for me, guys.
To be fair,
like the first time I ever, as I told you guys before, you both started laughing. The first time I ever got in contact with someone was Kiara, and this episode is she may think of her met or always dedicated to her, but this episode is dedicated to the people that gave this podcast a name, the internationally known. This episode is dedicated to Kiara, Shorty, Alfie, Nathan, anybody that ever, to you, Dale, to Ruben, anybody from Coventry that ever gave this podcast a spotlight and a satellite dish to help promote us from CPW. This episode is dedicated to you guys. This is why I chose this. That's why I figured you guys would be the big promotion that is part of UK Wrestling Month. I'm so honored and I'm so proud that I had a chance to do this with you guys. Are there any other wrestlers from the UK that you guys have not had in Coventry Pro that you've been trying to get, you haven't had an opportunity to have on, Dale?
I don't. Like Ruben said the other day, the talent in this country is phenomenal. So to get one individual is I can't really go and pick one. There's so many great talents in CPW in the world of wrestling in the UK. So there's been great talents that we try to get. We've had quite a few, especially few. We've had what we've had recently. We've had Millie McKenzie. If you've heard of Millie McKenzie, she was in the NXT UK for a short period of time, and she's on our show. She just won our championship. She's a combined champion now, CPW. She's won championships in Japan just recently. So yeah, she's somebody who we took a while to get a chance to get her on, but now we've had her on since we did our 10-year anniversary, which it was last year was our 10-year anniversary. So it's 10 years as a promotion, which is beyond belief. To be fair, still going 10 years is just unbelievable.
That's beautiful, guys. Like 10 years. Wow, it's 10 years of CPW, man. Hear that, fans? 10 years. Man, you guys can't. You guys got to. Dale, if my American fans want to watch like a full show of Coventry Pro, how can they find it?
End of the day, you just got to go to the CPW Patreon service or on-demand service, and if you subscribe to that, you can get all CPW content. You can get CPW Next Gen and New Blood shows that we do in between live events. So which tell stories that we do, which leads into our live shows. So if you want to see CPW, you get onto our Patreon service, subscribe to CPW Patreon, and you will see all of the great content, all the great matches that we have had over the last 10 years, and there have been some fantastic matches that we've done. So just get on the Patreon, definitely.
Awesome. Ruben, if our fans would like to watch any of your past matches, are they any on YouTube yet, or is it only on the CPW Patreon page?
Currently, they're all on the CPW Patreon page. So pretty much it'll be most likely on the Patreon.
Okay. Oh, welcome back, BMF and Emma. Can you hear us?
We do have...
Can you hear us, guys?
Oh, well.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Stick a mic on.
I think the microphone needs to go on.
Oh, wow.
Guys, can you hear us?
They need to turn their mics on.
He may need to use his phone.
This is going well, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I'm going crazy. All right. Okay, thank you guys so much for it's been an absolute
we do have
honor.
a YouTube.
Oh wait, go tell them with the YouTube before you.
We do have a YouTube channel as well.
What's the URL?
Yeah. Before we do have a YouTube channel as well. So but still, that's still off the Patreon stuff. But you go onto YouTube, and you put in CPW. I'm sure you can see some of our contents on there as well.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate this. I can't even tell you how happy I am to finally do this with you guys. Even though they can't hear you, I'm gonna bring them on the screen. Thank you so much, Emma and BMF. So sorry that the technical difficulties. I'm Joe Panther the Third. Your turn, Dale.
I'm Dale Richardson.
I'm Max Rubens.
And there, Emma and BMF, and we will catch you in the next one.
Morris.
Thank you, CPW Universe. Peace out, guys.